So how the pilot decide which runway direction to land on? It's not random that a pilot chooses a specific runway. There are many factors, but let's talk about the wind. Before landing, the pilot will get the wind direction and speed. In our example, the wind is coming from 360 degrees at 10 knots, and the runway is oriented in the same direction. Now, if we take an airplane which is approaching that runway with 120 knots indicated airspeed and has 10 knots of headwind, the ground speed will be only 110 knots, which means it's in favor of the pilot. Once on ground, he would need to decelerate only from 110 knots to 0. You take the same airplane coming on the opposite direction with a tailwind. Remember, the indicated airspeed was 120 knots, and now with a 10 knots tailwind, the ground speed is 130 knots. Once on ground, the airplane would require more stopping distance since it needs to decelerate from 130 knots to 0. Given all these factors, the pilot can still decide to land with a tailwind. But before you go, in a takeoff scenario, which wind condition is more favorable for the pilots, the headwind or the tailwind? Let me know in the comments below.